So I'm in my bathrobe today. I actually have 3 bathrobes. My short one that is nice and airy for the spring. And then I have my velvet one that is for the winter. And then I have my plaid Macaulay Culkin robe. And today's robe is from Oysho. Now that we are done talking about robes, let's get started on today's video because I'm very excited about this one. I love to hate things. You know me. I love to hate interior design things. It's one of my passions and hobbies in my life. And I want to talk about this Instagram account called Please Hate These Things. It's created by this woman named DINA HOLLAND. It's just a bunch of absurd and crazy interior design trends or homes or just weird architecture. And it's just really, really bizarre. It's not just, you know, oh, I painted an arch on the wall. It's actual weird shit. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through this account and show you my favorite posts and talk about things that I hate and that other people hate. I was actually featured on this account. Not something of mine personally, but I was walking down the street and I spotted this hilarious feature of a house. So I thought we would start off with my featured post, which was this beautiful, beautiful window. Why is there 4 windows on top of each other? It kind of looks like a centipede. I don't know who or what architect would have thought that this would have looked good. It's also just super strange looking with the shutters on each side. But let me tell you, this is not even half bad compared to some of these other things we're about to see. I will admit I have thrifted a vintage window before that was made into a desk. So this post kind of reminded me of that desk I had. People taking vintage windows or I guess doors, which is just hilarious, and using them as art. But this one just cracks me up because it's just a full door that they just stuck up on their fireplace. I feel like if it was a window, it wouldn't have looked as terrible, but that's just hilarious that they stuck a door up on their fireplace. I mean, I guess it's a nice shabby chic vintage look. The rough edged countertop, it looks like they probably got a really nice deal on this one. I feel like your sweater might get caught on one of those edges. When I look at this picture, I just think, what a deal. They must have got that for 80% off. Now let's do a quick little roundup of all of the best phrases that have been featured on this account. There's definitely more than what I'm about to show you, but these ones popped out the most to me. This one is hilarious, just pee. I'm surprised they don't have a sign next to it that says poo. Great beach decor above it as well. Great beach decor. Another great one, the dump. I would say this one's just as good as pee, but this one's a little bit more fashionable, a little bit more Magnolia home. This one isn't actually the homeowner's fault because some company out there is actually selling this, the dump. Whereas the person who put P above their toilet bought each letter individually. So there's 2 people at fault for this one. When I see this type of font, this reminds me of every save the date wedding invitation I've ever received. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. I don't know if that's changing the world per se. That's just an amazing quote. And it fits perfectly with the style of that room too, don't you think? If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Fine, I will. This is my family, the goo. I'm changing the world. This one is amazing. The idea was that water was flowing, but the water was tile. Hold on, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. I was just giggling to myself while I was peeing that this is just such a funny Instagram account. Back to our little waterfall tile moment in the bathroom. You know, mom was real proud of herself for that one, coming up with this creative little crafty moment. This one is definitely one of my all-time favorites from this account. Is it a conch shell? Conch shell, whatever that shell is, it feels wrong in the bathroom. It's giving me certain vibes, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. It just feels wrong in the bathroom, or in general, but mainly in the bathroom. This entertainment center is an entertainment center from hell. This just gives me kind of anxiety. I don't know who built that. It's just too many shelves. This is made for TikTokers from the South. You have your reclaimed crate wood, but then there's LED lights, so it's fancy. This concept and idea is just incredible. It's amazing. Let's put a fireplace mantle right above our sink. Sometimes I feel like these images cannot be real. Like, you really think that someone really did that? I mean, obviously they did, but wow, the creativity in that. There's a fireplace above a sink. which actually seems to be kind of like a trend because someone else put a old piano above their oven. Incredible. Incredible thinking. Do you think that's actually like a vent that is above? Like they really balled out on this. Someone definitely thought this was a pretty amazing idea. Remember in my last video when I said open shelving will never go out of style, but what about this open shelving? Open shelving everywhere. But that's not the only thing in this photo. Take a look right next to the fireplace. That's a chair tucked in to the wall. Perfect for your cat or dog, I guess. Wow, a double whammy. Good job, Dina, for sourcing this one. It's a 2-in-1. Nothing like a pyramid in your backyard, a pyramid deck. This feels honestly just pretty difficult to build. And what's the point? Also, the top step is so small and then it's just so many steps. Again, the creativity is great, but that is, I love it. I absolutely love it. So I started cracking up when I saw this one because they just took a bunch of shutters and I bet it was kind of a fun project. I was like, oh, this young teen was like, this would be cute. But then if you look a little closer, the pillow says Mr. and Mrs. So this is a room for an adult couple. The color of the shutters, the use of shutters itself, and the aqua dresser. And then on top of it, this isn't even a teen or children's room. I've actually seen these things at thrift stores before. I'm like, do people actually use this as art? When I saw this, I was like, I get what they were going for. They were probably thrifting. They were at an antique store and they saw this. This would be so cute above your bed. Just looks old and odd. And sometimes just because it's vintage doesn't make it cute. This house is amazing. So many windows. I love how they get so tiny at the bottom. Like that last window is just so perfect. Speaking of windows, these ones are amazing. Let's just put some on their side. I don't know, a lot of weird window architecture. And now welcome to Florida, where anything is possible in your beach house. I feel like beach house decor has gotten out of hand. I feel like I should do a full video just on beach house decor because I feel like a lot of people take that theme and literally go insane with it. Like for instance, these nice polka dotted sandal shutters. I mean, I'm hoping this is a beach house. Imagine this just like in the middle of like a random suburban home in Chicago. There was a few different images like this. Had to throw one of them in there because that's just a dick chandelier. It's a dick chandelier. I feel like that's just on purpose. I don't feel like this person accidentally bought this and didn't know it looked like a dick. This is definitely someone who wanted a dick chandelier. Am I allowed to say dick on YouTube? This kitchen is incredible. It has a bunch of little mini chandeliers. It kind of looks like whack-a-mole where we can just like bang those chandeliers. It's funny that those are even chandeliers. What a great touch to this fabulous kitchen. So you purchased a shower head and it doesn't fit. It's non-returnable. You got to make it work. Put it right up into the ceiling and just plaster it off. I mean, good solution. The shower head could not be returned. This is another one of those photos where I'm like, this just isn't real. Someone doesn't actually live in a space like this, or do they? A tufted pleather cabinet kitchen with diamond buttons. I would love to touch that. I just want to touch that cabinet and see what it feels like. But wow, that's really someone's kitchen. There were a few posts on this account like this with this guy that's the devil. Very interesting touch to your very white and modern living room. I don't really understand why this was necessary or why you would need the devil to be breathing your fire from your fireplace. Kind of freaky looking. I don't understand it. There's a few posts of people doing this. This is definitely a trend. For some reason, all of these like little window posts really get to me, like this one. First off, the architect putting in a really weird triangle square window, and then this person just not knowing how to put shades or drapes on it, which I honestly don't have a better solution. I love how they cut off the curtains at the bottom though. Again, I don't know if this is a real thing. Did someone actually do this? I don't believe that this could be real. I feel like this was done by someone who was a production designer for a music video. Maybe they're kind of doing something wild, but I mean, hair on the stairs, there's no way that someone actually wanted hair on the stairs. But again, there are weird people out there. I feel like TLC should have a show literally based off of this Instagram account called Please Hate These Things, where they show weird shit that people have in their homes. Honestly, a good concept in theory, kind of weird at the same time. I guess I'm not sitting like with my legs like closed together. It's pretty functional. I've saved my favorite post for last. This is my all-time favorite post from Please Hate These Things. I don't know why. There's probably other ones that are just as funny or even funnier, but this one really got me because I absolutely hate barn doors. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I talk about how much I hate barn doors that are especially made from reclaimed wood. And this is a barn door that goes over your peephole. Ugh, your peephole. Peephole, that's a weird word. But that's just a sliding barn door that goes right over the people. What a great little touch. You can't ever get away from that barn door, you know? Honestly, it's innovative, it's creative, it's new, it's different. You can go recreate this, I'm sure. Maybe you can buy this on Etsy. But had to end on that note, just because of my extreme hate for barn doors. Now, there's mini ones. There's a mini barn door. Round of applause to Please Hate These Things. Go follow them on Instagram. While you're at it, why don't you go follow me on Instagram at wasselpaw. And that's all. That's it for today, and I will see you next Sunday for another video. Maybe it's stuff I hate, maybe it's stuff I love. We don't know what's to come. And what I do love is the goo. Is this too much goo content? It's gonna be so sad when she dies. I'm gonna have to announce it to you. I'm gonna have to announce it on YouTube when she dies. I think she's got quite a few more years left. She's 13, but I feel like she's alive and well, right? All right, well, see ya.